Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. Yeah guys, update here on Faraday Future, ticker FFAI. The main question is, do we still have here a short squeeze setup, yes or no? So I will answer that question here by showing you the chart. Of course, I will give you also here the chart prediction for the next price levels to the up and downside and where we potentially could see a squeeze coming for Faraday Future. This is of course not financial advice. I'm not financial advisor. Yeah guys, when we see that chart here, then we have here a few significant touch points where we see on which price levels Faraday Future started to go wild here. I think $8.59. I will show you the levels here in a second by enable the drawings. But just to give you a quick overview how you can measure by yourself by just viewing the chart. So here is one significant price level here, as I said, $8.60, 59 here in that range, because you can see that we have some significant spikes here once, then the next was here, the third one was here, and then when we see where this candle here started to squeeze, our last squeeze which we had was this one here. By the way guys, the squeezes for Faraday Future are very, very predictable. I talk about Faraday Future already since more than 1 year here on my channel, and I predicted here many squeezes on this ticker, not only on Faraday Future, on other tickers as well. So the problem what we had now here with the latest squeeze is that exactly here our latest pump here, which was more than 300%, got rejected here at this price level. That's why I say $8.59.60 acts more or less like a squeeze trigger zone. So I will show and I will enable now the drawings here for you and show you what kind of situation we have for Faraday Future, guys. And this is the chart. So the actual float should be still about 104 million shares. That was before the split. So we can, or sorry, after the split. So the actual short interest is now 28%. So that means the actual float is now, after the split is 11 million shares. So we have here 28% of the float is short, guys, and this is very important to know. Of course, that means we have here a very squeezable situation based on the very high short interest, but you have to be realistic. The short sellers will try to bring the price down. I will show you the price levels and of course also based on the market capital what they try to do, because we have some listing requirements here on Fintel and the market makers of course want to kill a company even they go short. Also once they go short and that kind of high level here, everything over 5% is already a high short interest. So they shorting this ticker now by 28% of the float officially, not the synthetic shares or the fail to deliver. So this is what is the short interest for Faraday Future. We can see even Fintel is reporting here a very, very high short squeeze scorage. So we have here a short squeeze score of 87.65 and ranked here in the top 50 out of 4,200 stocks. Usually, to be honest guys, I don't give that much on these numbers, but we know that Faraday Future is able to squeeze, and even we have some small pumps like I showed you before that is already something in the 300% range. Yeah, the short sellers of course take advantage of the available shares to short, not that important. Also the short borrow fee, guys, is good. Yeah, we have here 43% is the short borrow fee to rent out or lend out some shares if you want to short the stock. And this is good, guys, that we don't have here a very high number. The higher this number gets, the more in favor for the short sellers this is. I know a lot of people don't understand these numbers and talk about the opposite, but I have a lot of experience by trading short squeeze stocks many years, and I know that every time when the number goes up very, very high here, let's say 200, 300, 1000%, this is not in favor for a squeeze, guys, because that means the short sellers pay any amount of short borrow fee rate to just short the stock, and that means they are very, very sure what they're doing. They are not gambling, guys. They know what they do. So when they pay here 1000% short borrow fee rate, then they are absolutely sure to get this money back and that the stock will tank down. And I would say in 99% of all cases they have been able to manage that. So and then we can of course see the actual float here based on Fintel. The float is now 12.2 million shares. This is the actual reported float. As I said, I don't talk here about fail to delivers or synthetic shares. We cannot prove that, but we know that they are existing, and I show you this here in the chart. So guys, the drawings here, we can dive in now here in the drawings. I will also delete here a few lines, a couple of lines. So we had this kind of squeeze trigger line here. The yellow line was one of the line which supported the price, and if you didn't see my previous videos, we have this kind of trend channel pattern, and in my opinion, this is still active here. This trend channel pattern is in favor for the squeeze. Every time when we leave this trend channel here to the upside, we have massive squeezes here for Faraday Future, and you can see this 10,000% squeeze which we had in May. Also, sorry, exactly here when we went out of this trend channel here, we had this massive squeeze to the upside. The good thing is that we have no more down gaps to the downside, but also the trend channel bottom here. You can see that, guys, where we are actually trading right now while I'm making this video here. We're sitting here exactly at the bottom of the trend channel. So what usually happens is that when you come back in this trend channel pattern with volume, that you start to pump and the squeeze trade range here. Of course, we don't need to see that happen in total, but you can see if we just would see a straight line here to the upside, then that would mean we have a target price here in the $17 range. So I don't say, hey guys, buy Faraday Future, you know, that will squeeze, but you know, we have potentially, I will show you that of course, otherwise I would not make this video here, but this total squeeze range here, and we don't talk about a massive 10,000% short squeeze, we talk here about a normal algo pump based on this trend channel pattern. So we measure that here from the actual price, $2.70, around this. So we have here a squeeze potential of 544% and not a short squeeze, guys. Maybe some shorts get covered here, but this is just a normal algo squeeze based on the chart pattern. And when we see where the price gets supported, I mentioned that before. So we have this kind of squeeze trigger price range here. Also, I marked it in the chart already before here. So this is, in my opinion, still, even we trading now at $2.70. This is, in my opinion, still the liquidity zone, $3.46 and $3.83. So in this range here, usually Faraday Future gets or starts to pump, and everything below that price level. You can see that we traded here below that once and started to squeeze. We traded below this twice, started to squeeze. Then the next time, exactly here the price range, pumped the stock. Here we had one attempt. So every time until now, when we traded below this price range here, Faraday Future recovered and started to squeeze. And that's why I say we still have the potential here to see a bigger squeeze. Yeah, even here 540% and more is possible based on the chart. This is what we can see here in the daily chart. And now the question is, which price do we have to expect? So I have this price range here. We don't need to see that low price level here. I think even here $2.44 could trigger a squeeze, but I already have here since weeks in my chart $2.15 and $1.97 here in this price range. Faraday Future usually starts to pump. And when we talk about short squeezes, guys, we have a lot of squeezes here in the market. So I release here every Sunday my so-called hot stock videos. I predicted already 2 squeezes last week. So the actual video is enabled right now, guys. Yeah, you can see my hot stock videos here. Always these videos here contain tickers with high squeeze potential. It's not only Faraday Future, guys. We have many stocks in the market with high squeeze potential. And as I said, I predicted 2 squeezes last week. One was this one here, my hot stock here squeezed. Also, the video release date is always Sunday here. Then we squeezed here 101% after this shakeout here to the expected price level. Then we had a 101% pump. And the next one was even bigger, was this one here. Also Sunday was the video release. You also can see we have this trend channel pattern here exactly at the bottom at the trend channel. This ticker started to pump, hit the top of the trend channel, even went a little bit higher and squeezed 236%, guys, after my prediction. Yeah, if you want to see these squeezing stocks, guys, you can of course join in here our trading community. We have the Elite Circle membership on YouTube where you get access to the member videos and the hot stock videos. But the much more popular membership is the full package membership on Patreon. Why, guys? Because I also upload here all the member contents, the hot stock videos, and in addition my trading alerts. So trading alerts are tickers here also with high squeeze potential, and I post here very simple screenshots, very easy to read. You don't need to watch my videos here. It's just in addition to the hot stocks, I post this here with the buy and liquidity zones, exit price levels, stop loss price levels, and this is also just one example where we had here a 218% squeeze after my release on Patreon. Very important, guys. Patreon will increase the membership fees by 30% starting November 1st. So when you join in before November 1st and don't quit your Patreon membership, you will not have to pay the additional 30%. Even for the next month, that doesn't matter. Once you join in and don't quit, you always pay the same fee. but if you join in after November 1st, Patreon will charge 30% more. Not me, guys. I'm not increasing the prices. This is here done by Patreon. So everybody who join in after November 1st have to pay more. So take advantage of the discount. It doesn't matter if you are a beginner or advanced trader, guys. Everybody's welcome. And the links to the memberships are here in the video description, guys. So I told you before that there is something like a squeeze trigger which we can use here for Faraday Future, and therefore I disable the drawings for a second. And what I mean by that, guys, is not only the price levels here where we see where Faraday Future starts to pump, is also the RSI, guys. Every time when we have an oversold RSI, yeah, situation here, oversold, boom, squeeze. Oversold RSI, that was of course here in alignment with the stock split. One day after the split, boom, squeeze. Oversold RSI, you can see here RSI oversold, starting to build a bullish divergence, squeeze. And we have the same situation here, guys. We have, and here was the oversold RSI, and we already start to build a bullish divergence. So the RSI is going up. Sorry, it's going up. The price is going down. So what I want to see is a little bit more pain here, a little bit of a shakeout. And that's why I said before, I think we end up here somewhere between $2.44 and $1.97, guys. This is where I expect the price to go for Faraday Future before we could see a short squeeze. When we come back with volume in this trend channel here, then we have a very good chance to squeeze here to the upside. I want to show you also really quick the 4 hours chart. This is very important. Also, you can see that the market makers just accept the price to stay here at $2.72. So since September 25th, we just trading here sideways with some small breakout attempts. And I said that before, that we can not touch here these trend lines here in the 4 hours chart anymore. I said I want to delete this yellow trend line here. Yes, it's possible in the daily chart, but when you see this trend line here supported the price in the past, and this is not possible anymore, so do not overload the chart. When we would hit this again, we end up here in the minus, so I will delete this trend line here right now together here in this video, guys. So, and that's it. So the worst case scenario, guys, yeah, the worst case scenario is that we get rejected here at $3.77, and I expect the price to come up here in the $3.70 to $3.60 range. Why? Let me show you that one more time. Because we have one open gap at $3.66. I mentioned before we have no down gaps anymore for Faraday Future, and also the same price level where we are trading right now triggered the squeeze here, the 366% squeeze. So that means, guys, I have honestly no doubt that we will close the open gap as long as Faraday Future is not diluting the stock, and I didn't find any dilution here in the SEC filing. So we have a very good chance to see a squeeze. The worst case scenario is, yeah, we have this open gap here. So that means I think we will come back to $3.66 at least. And that is the problem. It is possible that we get rejected there. So we see here a 40% pump, close the gap, and get rejected here at this red trend line. I will keep that in the chart. That's why I say, guys, yeah, we have here a constellation that even we come down back here in the $2 range, that the price gets rejected here somehow at $3.66 and lower, and that the squeeze takes more time here, maybe by the end of October. But when I see this chart pattern playing out, when I see how the stock is moving here within the trend channel, as I said, I expect here, if we see, of course, volume coming in, that we come back here to the $9 range. I would say $6 to $9 is a potential squeeze price target. And I know that sounds not much for some people, but guys, this is still here a potential small squeeze here of 240% or even 140%. So for swing traders, this is not bad, guys. Yeah, guys, that was my update on Faraday Future. If you like this content here, if this was helpful, if you don't want to miss any updates, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I would really appreciate that when we can spread out this video here. It's my purpose here to educate you in trading as much people as I can, so you help also with your likes to spread out this video here. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, being that said, see you in the next video and good luck with Faraday Future. Arigato gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute, viel Erfolg mit Faraday Future und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.